In this screencast, we will demonstrate how to use Micro-Magellan's Explore mode to rapidly locate areas of interest within a sample. We begin by selecting a Z step size of 50 microns, which is much larger than the optical resolution of our system. This will allow us to rapidly move through our sample in the Z dimension, which is hundreds of microns thick. Next, we launch a new Explore acquisition by clicking on the Explore button. Explore acquisitions have a user interface similar to that of Google Maps, allowing the user to zoom and pan around the sample. Left-clicking on a tile will change the color highlighting that tile from blue to magenta. A second left click will acquire an image at that tile. Right-clicking instead will cancel acquisition of that tile. We'll now change the lookup table on the contrast controls on the right side of the Explore window to make the image easier to visualize. By clicking on the arrow in the middle of the window, we can collapse these controls, then drag the window to resize it to explore in full screen. We can zoom in and out on images using either the mouse wheel or the plus/minus keys on the keyboard. By clicking and dragging, we can have the microscope acquire multiple tiles in series. The goal here is to rapidly locate the airway branch points within the lung so that we can image them at higher resolution. First, we explore a 2D slice and find the largest airway within the lung. Holding both mouse buttons and dragging pans around the image. Next, we use the Z-limit sliders on the bottom of the Explore acquisition to set upper and lower limits for acquiring Z-stacks. This can be accomplished either by moving the top and bottom sliders to new positions or by typing new values directly into the Z-limits boxes that correspond to them. Running an 150 micron Z-stack allows us to locate points deeper in the lung where the airway begins to branch. We can scan through this data by moving the Z scroll bar, which subsequently appears. The range of values for which we have explored in Z will be highlighted in light green. The currently displayed Z-slice will be highlighted in dark green. Next, we'll collect a second Z stack deeper into the sample as we follow the airway through its path. We'll collect another Z-stack for the other branch of the airway. After locating the branch point, we use Micro-Magellan's grid function to run a subsequent higher resolution acquisition. We expand the controls on the right side of the screen and click on the grid panel. This automatically creates a new grid on the Explore window, which we can move by right-clicking and dragging. To expand the size of this grid, we can click on the buttons on the control panel corresponding to number of rows and columns. Subsequent higher resolution acquisitions and time lapses can be run from the main Micro-Magellan GUI.